Some more fun. Yeah. Yeah.
I've spoken before about redefining femininity as modern women, but I also think we need to redefine self-care. A lot of women think self-care means getting your hair done, getting your nails done, when most of the times those activities are missing the part about care. Because it involves artificial nails, artificial hair, chemicals, sometimes forcing our bodies to do unnatural things, all in the name of beauty. Self-care to me is getting back to nature, to unplug from this unnatural system, this matrix, to restore ourselves, bring ourselves back to balance, and only nature can do that. As women, it is even more important that we make time for true self-care because we are hypersensitive to everything in our environment. These days, most women are challenged and finding it difficult to cope in this system where we're supposed to be high-functioning women. And the women who can't keep up are labeled as adults with ADHD. And I mean, to me, just like I see depression, that is just a natural response to an unnatural environment. While the high achievers stay high on coffee or are highly medicated, I mean, none of this should be normal or accepted. Let's be honest here. For women to be entrepreneurs, CEOs, managers, women in high-level positions, to compete with the productivity of a man, a woman has to work twice as hard as him. And so she's gonna need assistance, whether it be from drugs, coffee, another person, whatever it is. But the truth is, and I know a lot of modern women don't want to hear this, but we just cannot compete with men. But I do find it interesting how feminism has forced us or influenced us into being modern boss bitch women, and it's made us sick in the womb, mentally ill addicts, or just depressed. And somehow we've convinced ourselves that the cure to this is nail polish and hairspray. As women, we really need to rethink these things. Raining, so we're kind of hurrying to leave the river now. You can hear the thunder. Yeah, so I wanted to do a log update. I don't know if I'll be able to go through all of it before the rain starts, but let's start. If you hear a noise, well, it's the thunder. But there's also a baptism taking place somewhere up the river. So, log update. It's almost 3 years. And I've had quite a bit of growth. As you can see, it's freshly washed, very clean, and I don't really do length checks, but you know, it's obvious there is growth. I think I'm at what, armpit length, something like that. I checked the other day, and including the ones that have combined, I have 33 locks. 33. That's amazing. And the beauty of Freeform Locs is that it's just free. You know, there's no intention set, oh, I want 75 locks. No. But yeah, I think we're gonna move now. I find it easier to wash it now that it's longer though, interestingly. It's easier to put it in sections, so I still put it in 4 sections. And well, guess what? It rained, so we had to leave the river. So I just decided to do a video at home, and then I'm doing a voiceover for it. So as you can see, you know, you can see my length, you can see my growth, you can see my thickness, and my edges are very healthy, I think, to me. Especially it's much more healthy than what it was when I had loose natural hair. And my scalp is very healthy as well, really thick in the roots. I'm loving it. I'm really loving my locks. As you can tell, I'm just loving this journey so much. It's another level of self-love that I'm at. So here's a side profile where you can see the thickness of the locks from the back. A lot of these are actually 3 and 2-in-1s. So it's kind of hard to tell, you know, how many locks are there, but I counted about 33. This chunky one to the front is 2-in-1. That one had joined from very early on, so it's really thick. This one had joined early on too, so I have quite a few thick ones in the front. Most of the other ones are like medium sized, so I have some really thick chunky ones to the front. I have about 3 in the back, I think, but the rest of them are just regular sized. I mean, I don't know what to call regular size, but I guess regular would be like what most of them are, average, right? And then you have a few that are just really chunky. I think that's this one that I'm showing here. So I have a few gray strands. That's one. As you can see, it's not very visible. I can see it. Even though I don't really have any insecurities about grays, I have no problem with them. So I see them come in, I notice them because it's my locks. I'm seeing it. I'm gonna notice any difference in it. And yeah, I'm cool. That's it. Freeform lock update, 3 years strong and continuing on. So now I'm showing you, this is one of the ways that I tie my locks a lot, especially now that it's still very hot. It's like summer hot still here in Jamaica. So I tie it up sometimes to the back like this, leave out the back. And sometimes what I do is make a little lock updo. So I don't use pins, I just tuck in my hair where I can, and yeah, just make it stick. And the good thing about having freeform locks, because it is so free forming, you know, there's no particular size or weight or whatever it is, like getting it to stick in places and do certain things is so easy because it's like it's formless. Not formless, it has form, but it's not uniform then, and I kind of like that. So yeah, this is it, the lock updo that I do often to keep my hair out of my face and out of my back, out of my neck. Sometimes, yeah, that little piece will come down in my face, but I like to just put everything back sometimes. And that is my mini lock. I have a few of those. Actually, I have one that's like, it looks like a sister lock. It reminds me of my friend Ajua. So I actually love having it. Every time I see it, it reminds me of her. So I keep it tucked in though and protected. This little one, I think is gonna grow really strong. It's a lot thicker than a sister lock, but yeah, I think it's gonna grow really long and strong. And this is my hair with no product, but I still keep it very simple. I use the same products that I started with from Tropiki, the Jamaican black castor oil and neem shampoo, the cocoa hibiscus moisture mist, and the island essence hair growth oil. That's it. And these products are of course available on www.tropikinaturals.com.